it's a GTI. This is a Volkswagen Golf GTI Mark II. This is a 1986. Shout out to Eurofed here in Atlanta. But you can see 31 years and some seasons have happened to that paint, but it's still a pretty good car. Of course, a shout out to Volkswagen. You can see we have original Volkswagen wheels on 3 of the wheels, but one of the tires on that not doing so good. So we have a Steely, but we also have 1, 2, so you can see it, 3 more Steelies. Those are going to get some new rubber on them. Those are going to go on the car, and that's actually what we're going to be rolling with. The motor does run in this. The fuel system was recently completely changed out by Eurofed, and so that's doing really good. But before we get started on, you know, issues like this and like this, we got to make sure everything is, it'll go and it'll stop like it needs to. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the brakes. One of the problems with the brakes is that when the motor is running and you push the brakes down, then it wants to stay down and you have to put your foot up under it and kind of pull it back to you. So that's kind of an issue. Also, the guy that I got it from told me that the CV axle, he believes the passenger side CV axle was going out. So rather than change one CV axle, I'm going to change this one and that one. I just need to know if they're 90 or 100. I haven't gotten under there to check all that. But I'm going to go ahead and change both of those at the same time. And I'm debating if, while I've gone ahead and pulled the CV axles and everything, should I go ahead and do a coilover swap? You know, still debating that. So once we do the brakes, then we do the CV axles. Those things are 2 things that have to happen probably before anything else. But other than that, the motor runs good. It does stop. It's not like the brakes don't work. It's just when you push down, they stay down when the motor's running. Like if the motor's not running and you push down, everything's fine. So I'm not sure if it's a brake booster issue or what's going on there. But you push it down, you got to put your foot up under there and pull it back. The guy told me he would hit it with some WD-40 and he'd be good for a little bit, but that's a band-aid. That's not a real fix. So anyway, moving on. See, we've got square headlights with a GTI badge. That whole core support's going to get swapped out for the core support will handle the 2 round headlights, and then I'll just get the grille that has the other 2. So we'll have quad round headlights in this. Also, it's going to be repainted in the Tornado Red like it is originally. And for the wheels, like I mentioned, we're going to swap out the Steelies, not the big one back there. That's a tractor tire. Or, I don't know, it doesn't go to this. The Steelies are going to go around here, and they're going to get plasti dipped, probably white. You can see missing side pilling here, but that moves us on to the interior. So when we get into the interior, you can see, starting right here at the driver's seat, the upper bolster, bad. Lower bolster, bad. Seat tear, not good. So this seat almost shot. I'm going to look into having it. You can see it's just worn out. I mean, this does not feel good when you're getting out, and this feels even worse. So I'm going to see if I can get this redone, but this is pretty much worn out right here. However, passenger seat in pretty good conditions. Both the upper and lower bolsters are all good. You can see we got a slew of extra parts, like a new window regulator for this door. The window regulator for the driver's door has already been replaced. Also, we need a gator for the emergency brake. I'm thinking about replacing the gator on this just because it's kind of old and dry, and I'm afraid it's going to start cracking soon. In fact, you can see up here it's starting to. Go ahead and replacing this gator as well. Debating on the carpet. The carpet is pretty filthy, but I don't know how bad it is until I get the seats out and really kind of get behind it, you know, or under it, and just see what's going on back there. If it's something I can just clean, or if I'm going to have to completely replace the carpet in here. Moving backwards. Seats. Rear seats. Not great, but not horrible. Just need a good cleaning. Probably also need to be installed. But I can't because I'm running hardwood floors in here. Now these hardwood floors are not done the best, so you can see down in here, they're not real even. That's going to be completely redone. Probably going to go with a lighter, maybe a light gray wood to match some of the interior better. Rear carpet actually does not look bad. However, I'm going to remove the speakers in that back panel right there on both sides because I'm not going to run a radio in here. And I'll probably put a rear sway bar in there as well. And then moving up, no headliner at all. Even though we have I was told this is a working sunroof, don't plan on ever, well, I don't know, can't say I'll never use it. So that's also got to be done. So more interior cosmetic type work than anything. You can see for the mirror and whatnot, we have no rear view mirror up top as of right now. So this is for the dome light, obviously. And then moving down into the dash area, starting on the passenger side, not bad. The dash really isn't bad over here. All right, we move down here to the gear shift. One of the things I didn't mention is getting into fifth gear, the little ball under here is pretty much worn out. So getting into fifth is kind of a PITA, but we have the part to fix that. Also gonna go ahead and probably order a short shift linkage and install that when I install that. And then see if, the problem is I don't know if everything needs to be replaced underneath until I get it pulled. And I don't wanna order it and not need it. So still gotta figure out what I'm gonna do there. Moving up, this is where we see some issues with the dash. You can see none of the bezel here, this radio doesn't work. So it's gonna come out, probably put something in place. And then none of this is here. So with none of that being there, that's a harder part to find. So I'm gonna have to figure out something there. But you see we have not quite 121,000 miles. So that's not bad, honestly. I can live with that. But that's it right now. So, oh, we also have a Grant small spine steering wheel in here. No working. I don't even know if the horn's hooked up. I never tried it with it actually on. But that's where we're at. So we're gonna start with getting the brake pedal. Like I said, with the car off, the brake pedal works fine. It goes down, it comes back fine. When the engine's running, you push it down, it doesn't want to come back up. Got to figure out what the hell's going on there. So that'll be first. Then move on to CV axles, both driver and passenger side CV axles. Then from there, we're gonna move on to some cosmetic things. Maybe do the core support. Get either the front driver's seat replaced or repaired. One or the other. So, as you can see down in there, just looking in from the windshield, you can see how bad that looks down in there. So that's gonna be coming up as well. Then, like I said, when we do the CV axles, not sure if we're gonna go ahead and put a coilover kit and drop it a little bit. Gonna plastic dip the wheels white. So we'll have a red car with white wheels, kind of like a radio flyer. So that's where we're headed with this. The back seats I just need to pull out and put in the shop. There's just a bunch of stuff in the shop right now. My neighbor's dog's over there being a pain in the ass. So I want to see Achilles. Hi Achilles. Yeah, he's kind of a dumb dog, but he's sweet. So moving back onto this, repaint the vehicle, original car Tornado red. Wheels going to be white. Going to get new rubber for the steelies that are going to go on there. Redo the interior. The seats are going to come out and actually go into the shop as soon as the shop isn't full of stuff like the zero turn, which blew the motor. So that's got to be redone. And so once I can get those moved in there, I can get the wheels changed around. I can start getting some work done on it as soon as I get some extra time. So that's where we're at. So stay tuned. Also check out some of my friends' channels. Check out Boosted Buick. He's got some great videos going on with his Buick that he's doing and some of our other friends' vehicles. So check those out. Link will be in the description. And stay tuned as we completely redo this GTI Mark II and get it ready for looking good and driving good.